Good day, people of YouTubes, and welcome to day 6 of the Commander Draft. So far, we are looking... I don't know, actually, in all honesty. We have a lot of good cards, but I'm not sure we have a good deck yet, by any stretch. I mean, I'm still unsure about which of these two I'm going to do, except I'm probably going to have to play blue. We have got 0 scrying cards for this, though. White is looking better all the time here if we can keep getting possible +1 counters. And we did pick up a red combo finisher last time from what was frankly a disappointing War of the Spark Booster. So, with that in mind, let's see what we can do here. Let's relax a little bit and go for this one. Okay, Pharaoh's Beyond Death. We've yet to pick up a Master Booster yet, and you know, this might be the time where we need one. So Pharaoh's Beyond Death is an enchantment-based block, really. Should have some good white in it. Which, mind you, so far, most consistently, we've had good white among things. I'm not sure it's going to help on the counter synergies. It might give us some reasonable spells, though. Let's see what we get. So, starting off with Hero of the Games. So, whenever you cast a spell that targets Hero of the Games, creatures I control get +1/+0 until end of turn. That actually kind of assists Rogak. So, that's a possible. We then go for Leonin of the Lost Pride. When it dies, exile target card from opponent's graveyard. I mean, sometimes there's a relevant reason to get rid of stuff from opponent's graveyard, but I'm not going to focus on that right now. Triton Wave Dancer. Whenever enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, it gains flying until end of turn. A 3/3 flyer for 4 mana is not the most exciting thing, especially since it only has it some of the time. Incendiary Oracle. So we can power it up to give it an additional boost. If creature dealt damage by Incendiary Oracle would die, exile it instead. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's playable again. So 2 playable red cards. We then have Aspect of Lamprey, which is a aura in black, which gives lifelink. When it's about to target opponent discards 2. I actually like that card, in all honesty. That's a card I'd probably focus on in Limited as being more reasonable than it seems, because I like discard in Limited environments and Draft. That being said, we're not in black at the moment. Next card is a Nyxborn Colossus, and that is a little disappointing because we kind of gave up on other. I should actually go through our pool before when we get to the end of the next video, but we gave up on our plan of going for big spells and things, but maybe we should... Where is it? Slivoda's still there. There we are. We still have Imity in our possible pool, but I don't know if Imity... We could still do it. Mind you, I'm saying this about a vanilla 6/7, so that we need more exciting reasons to go that direction, but we had that option to pick a whole pack of big creatures. We might regret that going forward. We'll see. So, next card is the Temple Thief. Can't be blocked by enchanted creatures or enchantment creatures. Which is good in Pharaoh's block, but not really in Commander, unless we have specific things in mind. Citizen Training, which is an aura, which it does eventually bring up. When it's battlefield, draw a card, so it replaces itself, it gives +1/+0 and trample. And it would be really good if it was red, but it is not. Next up, we have Warbrier Blessing, which is another aura enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, it fights a creature we don't control, and it gives it a toughness boost. Citizen's Training is better, but hey, what can you do? Next up, we have the Unknown Shores. Now, this is a bit more reasonable than the gate we passed previously. This would be good for fixing our colour pool. So if we don't get anything too exciting, that is a possibility that we just take that for making sure we have access to both colours. Currently, it's both colours anyway. Next up, we have our nice alternate Calefe, Beloved of the Sea, which is a devotion-related card. So the more blue things we have in play, or the more blue mana symbols we have in play, the more power it gets. Spells your opponents cast... This actually protects our creatures and enchantments. Cost opponent cost 1 more. So, you know what? That's actually reasonable for protection. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's good in our deck necessarily. It's going to be a 2/3 that just makes our creatures harder to hit, but it's a 2/3 that makes our creatures a bit harder to hit. I can't say it's terrible right now. We'll see what else we get. We get Underworld Dreams, which is a great little card in the right sort of deck. In the right sort of deck, I mean Necrosar, which I suppose technically is still an option. We can still open a Necrosar. We have one Commander Legends booster left, I think. And I think it's a possibility of having the etched foils versions of the previous cards in there. But that would be the ridiculous luck and a ridiculous punt. And also, we didn't take Ob Nixilis, who would have been good with that combo. So, alas, we are not going to do that, I think. Next up, we have Midomi's Prophecy. Now, this is a Saga card. I mentioned this with the Dominaria set. Also, legendary stuff. So, I suppose having additional legendaries isn't bad, because we do have the Joyrus that makes our legendaries cheaper. So this is Scry 2, choose a card name. When you cast a spell with a chosen name for the first time this turn, draw 2 cards, and then look at the top player card of each player's library. So, a bit of weird cantrip, but it also scries. This is the first scry card we've picked up. That's in. Windmill Slam, we're taking that. And, ooh. Thassa's Oracle. When Thassa's Oracle enters the battlefield, look at the top X cards of your library where X is your current devotion to blue. I've also not been clicking cards, because I am terrible. There we go, there's the Prophecy. There's the Oracle. There's the Shores, in case I didn't do that earlier. We definitely did the Cliffy. Anyway, put one of them on top of your library and the rest on the bottom in a random order. If X is equal or greater than the number of cards that are left in my library, I win the game. Now, I'm unlikely to manage that in a single-player format with 60 cards, but it does sort through my cards. It isn't scrying as such. But I'm thinking that that is a big hand of blue cards that I want. Also, I love the planes from this set. I wish I had more of these. But I love all the cards of this type in the set. I want a full set of these at some stage. But hey, I've got the full art Zenda cards and I'm reasonably happy with those in most cases. Alright, so before we go and take the handful of all the blue stuff, is there anything actually we want from here? So this is 2 legendary permanents, which boosts our legendary creature count. Nothing really exciting there that's going to help us. We can't use any of the green or the white. And then it's just a case of those also. Get rid of that. Yeah, nothing's really exciting here. So these are the picks. Absolutely. So let's now... I mean, Unknown Shores would be fine, but we know we're going to probably use blue regardless here. It's just whether we pair it up with white or with red. And I'm not sure entirely what's currently top. Let's just clear the board a bit. And let's actually see, since we're 6 in... Let's have a look at what we're currently working with in terms of an overall pool of cards. Also, I should actually sleeve these up. 1, 2, 3. So, Caliphate. Midomi's Prophecy. And Thassa's Oracle. So we have Dwiddle as a removal spell. We have a Salvager of Secrets to get back instants or enchantments. We still have Sark and Unsealing, which is looking worse all the time, but it's still an option here. Unwind for some removal there. Armory of Iroas, 2, 1 ramp there. 1 big legendary spell. Slash the ranks for removal. I'm actually going to start sorting by colour pools at this stage. Dwiddle, Salvager of Secrets at 5. Joyrus Familiar, which has a bunch of targets now to just make better, I suppose. Bond of Insight would allow us to get some spells back. Currently just a few interesting things. Finale of Promise as an X spell. We have Emote and we have a Martyr for the Cause. So we are very solidly in blue. We only have 2 red cards I'm noticing here. But equally, we only have 2 white cards. So maybe we're going mono blue. We do have some options here, and I think that it's probably a mistake to go mono blue, but we'll see. I suppose also, Emote is now definitely out, having done some proper analysis at this stage. We only have 2 spells which are going to be targeted used by it anyway, and we have no green cards currently. Well, that is currently the state of play at the end of day 6. So we will resume with day 7, and yeah, we'll see how things go. I don't know why I've got those 2 set up in there. Actually, I should probably change that. Oh well. Until the next time.